But I think more importantly than this is my absolute passion, and that's quantum physics. I just love the way that our brains fire and wire, what makes us tick as human beings, our behavior, how we think, why we think the way we do, and what we say, and just our everyday choices. That absolutely fascinates me. And it ties in very well with today's topic that I wanted to quickly go over with you, and that's the BexDo Have formula. It's a formula that we use within ActionCOACH, but I'm sure you've seen it before. So B is your identity. It's who you are. The do's, the actions that you take day in and day out. And the have are the goals that you're striving towards each day or quarterly or annually. So a simple analogy is the lotto winner who within 3 years lost several millions that he won. So the thing is, he didn't become the millionaire. In order to have and keep $1 million, you have to develop the benefits and values of a millionaire. So in order to have anything in life, we all recognize that we have to do something to achieve it. Whatever you have today is as a result of what you have done, the actions you have decided to take. So if you want wealth, you have to invest. If you want love, you must first give it. If you want respect, you must earn it. So no matter what you want, you need to do in order to have. But doing is not the only thing you need to change in order to have. You must become the person who would have the things or even the persona that you desire, if you look at the have on the equation. So you must develop the identity, the beliefs, and the values of the person who has these things. In fact, it is said that you'll earn plus minus 10%, although I'm sure it's increased by now, the earnings of the 3 people you associate with the most. Why? This is where the brain is so fascinating, and it just fires and wires all the time. So you develop the values and beliefs of these people that you spend time with the most. Your brain is firing and wiring unconsciously all the time. But let's talk a little bit more about the B on the formula. I feel this area is very much overlooked, and it ties in very closely with a personal goal that I have for 2021. So everyone has an identity that they developed from a young age, usually through everyday happenings. So that identity has values and beliefs that can be limiting. So perhaps you believe that a customer is always looking for a discount. Well, guess what? You'll attract that sort of customer to your business because of your beliefs. So that personal goal I referred to is for me to upgrade my B. So it's no judgment on who I am now, but acknowledging that I have beliefs that don't serve me and might be holding me back on me to achieving the have or the goals that I so much desire. So if you have a look on the slide, you'll see the identity iceberg, which I'm sure many of you or all of you would have heard of and seen. And all too often we look at the success and what other people see is only above the waters, what you have achieved. No one sees what's going on below the surface, the persistence, the failure, the sacrifices, the disappointment, your dedication, your hard work, and your discipline. All of these things going on below the surface, your upskilling, your beliefs and your values. This is what creates your B, what makes you you. So why do people stay where they are? This is introspection that I've had to do in order to reach my goal of upgrading my B this year. So here's some of the reasons that people don't follow through on the do. Number one is fear. And I feel there are 2 aspects to fear. The first one is episodic memories that have established our belief system. So for example, you're walking up the stairs, you trip, you fall. Tomorrow you walk up the same stairs, you trip, you fall. So now already your brain is fine and wide and created an episodic memory. Tomorrow, before you even get to the stairs, your brain is going to already pick up on that memory that is created and warn you through a gut, an emotion, anything like that popping up and putting fear inside of you to say, don't go up the stairs, because what's going to happen? You are going to fall and you're going to get hurt. So the second aspect of the fear is simply that we have not yet experienced the have on that formula for success equation. So our mind and body don't know what to expect. So we're fearful of the what ifs, and we just rather don't go for it. Number 2 is self-esteem and self-image. That is a lot about what goes on below the surface, on the unseen. So what conversations are going on in your mind? What part of that, of the self-esteem and self-image, of what you're telling yourself, needs to be upgraded in order for you to take the correct actions to achieve your have? Because if you're wanting to be the successful person, whatever that success might look like to you, your belief systems and your self-esteem needs to go hand in hand with what that should be. Number 3 is we don't understand the benefits of that have just yet. So because we haven't achieved a specific goal, we might just not know the actual benefits that we could have as a result of achieving those goals. Number 4 is we don't know how. That is where the upskilling and the continuous learning comes in. We don't know how to do some of those do's or those action plan steps that we've set out because we just don't know yet. So we need to upskill ourselves in order to take the right actions to achieve the have. And then number 5, the all too popular time. So we're all born with the same amount of time each day. So the people that are successful, they're just spending their time differently. They're managing themselves differently. So their yeses and their nos are taking them closer towards achieving their goals. We might not be doing the same thing. So if your goals aren't really aligned with your true identity, with authentically being you, you might just not be willing to put in the amount of work and the time needed in order to do the be and the have. So if it's important enough, you'll find a way. If not, you'll find an excuse. So maybe you relook at the goals that you've set out to achieve. So this reminds me of what I read last year in Dr. Joe Dispenza's book. And he says the cerebral cortex is the seat of consciousness. So knowledge is just so damn delicious. You can't live on a more conscious level of being if your cerebral cortex is not looked after, upskilled, improved, nurtured, and challenged. I get so excited about this stuff, about this matter. So sleep well, hydrate, move your body, lift your mood and energy levels through your thoughts, your mind, mind dump. Eat healthy and nutritious meals, organize your space and get clear on your goals. Visualize, not just the image of what you're wanting to be achieved, but visualize the emotions of having achieved those goals and live your life. So is it simple? Hell yes, I think so. Is it easy? No ways. Surround yourself with the people that will bring out the absolute best in you, and choose mentors who will inspire you towards a successful BexDo Have formula for your life. You are capable of being who you need to be in order to achieve all that you set out for you and your family. So I know the 10 minutes goes by very quickly. So in closing, be able at any moment to sacrifice what you are for what you will become. Thank you for listening.